Welcome to the recording of Women's Health, Foods to Support Our Hormone Balancing. Okay, now, of course, I'm going to say this again. This is information only for to inform and educate. This is not medical advice, okay? It's been sourced by different sources. You can see them at the bottom of the slide. So take what resonates with you and we'll try it, see how things work. Okay, so here we go. Good green vegetables to help our estrogen levels. So like I was just saying with the kale, we can take kale, and we can massage it. So basically you would take the kale, I wash it. So here's the steps I do with kale. I take it, and when I buy it, although now I'm growing it, I soak it in water and I put in a cap full of hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide is our cleaning agent for all kinds of things. We can use it to clean many, many things. We can use it, it's even the active ingredient that helps whiten our teeth. And just having it in a diluted form, though, it helps to clean our vegetables. This is what I clean them with. So I soak them in there, and then I take the leaves and I massage them. So you literally just go like this. And within a few seconds, I'm not kidding, it's like within 10 seconds, the leaves are softer. It changes the structure of them, so it's not hard. It becomes sweet, and it releases the nutrients from the kale like we actually want to eat it at that point. So I highly recommend that one. Collard greens, like I just mentioned, I steam that. It's a big, huge green leaf. And I found that steam for, and not boil, steam for maybe just a couple of minutes to just loosen it up. And it's like a big leaf like this. And what I like to do is make a chicken salad, put it in the middle, roll it up like a taco. It makes for a fun meal. And dandelion, this one I wanted to point out too is, when I was young, it was a weed that I had growing up, but this one is highly nutritious. So, and I felt a huge difference when I started consuming this one. So look for that one to, again, clean it in a diluted form of water and hydrogen peroxide. So then the other ones, arugula, bok choy, watercress, broccoli, cauliflower. Broccoli and cauliflower are cruciferous, so absolutely eat them, heart's content. They can, in some, create a little bit of like, for lack of a better word, bloating, but like the gas kind of bloating. So we want to be a little bit careful with those. Radishes are amazing. But I wanted to bring attention to broccoli sprouts. These, of the whole list of them, are my absolute favorite. These are a microgreen. And I think, yes, no, it's the one after that. They're a microgreen. I'm gonna dive into detail about those. If I were to find one at the top of the list, for me, what I would recommend is the first three: kale, collard greens, and dandelion, and then broccoli sprouts. And we're going to go into further detail on those ones in a sec. So the reason why all of these veggies, they support liver detoxification. They clear out dirty estrogens, which is, again, helps to balance our hormone levels. They are high in fiber, so they're going to help us eliminate big time. This is a huge, huge important factor. Anti-inflammatory. So inflammation is coming from all kinds of things in our environment, even the stresses that we feel, even if we have oxidation in our body, and any of this kind of stuff can lead to fatigue. So we want to clear out as much as possible and use the natural, in my opinion, use what's naturally available from the earth, because our body has the ability to just clear, and allow us to move. So it's a constant balance between what's coming in on a stress level, the impact of our environment and those around us, and then what our body is doing on the inside. So the more that we can clean all this stuff out with these guys, the better we're going to be. Again, these ones are also high in the nutrient density. And I'm going to go through right here, broccoli sprouts. When you talk about high nutrient density, this is what I mean. Okay, so these guys are a microgreen. You can buy them in the supermarket under the microgreen section. They'll be there. I also recommend growing them. Grow them in the tower. They are, I just put some in. It took like a week to get the broccoli sprouts, but now I'm discovering that I can plant like way more than I planted in there. So they come super, super fast. These are super powerful. There is an active ingredient in them called sulforaphane. And the sulforaphane, this has been used to help cancer patients to cleanse the cells. It's super helpful. And I noticed a difference right away as soon as I ate them, cleaning out toxins from the environment. So it's really good for like the environmental toxins, like it's living in a city as an example, just an example, but the toxins that are all around us from living, in cars, the exhaust, the city, everything that kind of comes out. We don't have a choice of that, but we're breathing all of that in. So we're going to breathe it in, but we can help our body to clean it out. This is one of those power foods that really helps to clean it out. Just amazing on its effects. So it's carcinogenic. This is kind of where that comes in. It's why I use also for cancer patients. Again, supports our liver in helping it to detoxify. It helps clean out the dirty estrogens. Again, reduces the inflammation and the toxins from the environment. That's the benzene excretion. This is the terminology for it. It allows our body to just like boost it up higher than any other food that helps our body to clean out. So there is a way, and I have it posted on my YouTube channel, which is just under my name, Tanya Mayer. And there's a short video there that shows how to 3 times the sulforaphane in broccoli sprouts. If you have the moment to do it, it is taking the sprouts and putting them in water that is almost boiled, and soak them there for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, the broccoli sprouts are now 3 times as potent. And we can put that in the smoothie. They taste really good. Like I was like, oh my God, these taste amazing. I want to have more and more of these. So that's why now I'm going to grow them and just kind of keep it that way. These ones I highly recommend. Okay. Any questions around these?
That's awesome info. Thank you.
You're welcome. Time. Strange, but true. Time helps to balance our hormones, our estrogen levels. So just grab some dry thyme and, look for a nice quality one. And I like to just put it in my salad dressing. So when I put in the EVOO, the apple cider vinegar, salt, pepper, boop, thyme, just put it in there. Lemon and lemon zest. Another one. The zest of a lemon is very powerful. Again, it helps us to balance our estrogen levels. So when we put lemon in our water, that's great. I like to have a piece of lemon in there. It also supports the liver and helping it cleanse out all kinds of things. It keeps our body alkaline, which is what we want in a body that is, if we're like, let's bring up cancer for a second. Cancer grows in an acidic environment. It cannot grow in an alkaline environment. And what makes us acidic is not only the foods that we eat or our environment, but also stress. It just creates an acidic environment. So by adding lemon in our water, lemon in our food, and in eating the lemon zest, this will help to clean it out. This also is going to help your stomach, our stomach acids. It helps to create that. I'm a lemon, I've always loved lemon. Just my thing, what I like to do is I cut up a lemon, I cut it up in pieces and I store the pieces in a Tupperware. closed Tupperware in the fridge, and they keep when I've closed it. So like I don't like to waste it, and they're fresh when it's stored like that. We can also then what I do is I take a piece, I have it in my water bottle all day. And so all my water, no matter what, even if it's just a drop of lemon in the water, is still good. At the end of the day, I eat the piece of lemon. So now I'm eating the lemon zest. I like that, just my thing. Okay. I know that you don't, do you eat sugar?
Sometimes.
Yeah, it's not really a big thing, but I put this kind of in there anyway, where if we must consume, the first kind of consumption, if you have a feeling or desires, is fruit. The best fruit, berries, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, they're fruit, they're sweet, but they are incredibly low in any sort of sugar, if any at all. It's amazing. And then if you're looking for some form of sugar, the ones on the left listed are our best choices, because they're coming from natural sources. They're not processed, and they are like still, again, in small amounts. Even maple syrup is, keep that at very small amounts. Honey, small amounts. We really want to keep that at bay. So just a couple of things about sugar, just for your information, this is what this would be. All of these artificial sweeteners, avoid them, just completely avoid them. Anything that we purchase when we're looking at the labels, and I'm going to show you a label in a second, you might already know this, but I'm just going to show you. Corn syrup, brown rice syrup, golden syrup, malt syrup, all of these are syrups. We want to avoid these, and anything that has ose in it is like glucose, fructose, sucralose, dextrose, any of those are forms of sugar. We want to avoid those. So all of these fake sugars and oses can lead to everything listed on the right there: breast cancer, glucose intolerance, imbalance of our microbiome, hypertension, inflammation. It's like, especially when our blood sugar goes up and we feel that like this, like when we can get quiet enough for us to feel it, or you have the monitor. Yeah, we can be aware of these things that might be leading to that. Things like this too, hypertension, or when we feel that little buzz there, if we're sensitive to it, can lead to it just boosts our adrenaline, it pumps it. So if we're pumped too much from the food that we eat, if we can control that, we can bring that down, we can help our adrenalines kind of keep it at bay.
Okay.
And just I've included it anyway, that this is a nutrition label. You may already know this. The first ingredient on there is the majority of the food that's in there. So this was like a big eye-opener. And one of the things that was really shocking, there's a cereal in the supermarket. It's called Sugar Crisp. Literally, it's just called Sugar Crisp. You look at it and you open up the label, and this is what's on the label. I'm not kidding. Like, the first ingredient is sugar. Do you see any real food in there?
Yeah.
This is a cereal for kids. And they market it with a really cool cartoon character that the kids are going to see on a Saturday morning cartoons. They want the ingredient they get. And you know what? This cereal sells out all the time. It's just mind-boggling. So the more that we can be aware of stuff like this to make our better choices. Okay. So a little bit of nutritional label. This is coming from paleo leap sites on paleo and keto diets, was just showing what is actually in a label, what these things mean. So these are all sugars as well. Sugar, molasses, honey contain, consider that a grain, enriched bleached flour. So if we're sensitive to it. This was the a comparison of two foods. It was the same food, and I do apologize, I don't remember what the food is now, but it was, it had to do with apple cider vinegar, and the two choices, we could either have it with, it was all of this, or to just have it like this, and how simple it can be. The options are out there, or we can just go down to the basics and just have apple cider vinegar. It's pretty simple. We don't need to buy what is marketed.
Hold
All
on.
right. And one last piece. Now, this is purely for informational purposes. This is to consider. So and the information again was pulled from different, not necessarily this article, was pulled from different information on the site. I like the site, it's a good site to read, especially for women, for our hormones and our balance. But when our adrenals are fatigued, it's just, we're doing lots of stuff going on. Our body dumps those common minerals, magnesium and zinc. And as you had seen, they were talking about your levels. So this is also one of the reasons why the Epsom salt bath at night. Epsom salt is a source of magnesium. So what you will do by soaking in the bath is getting your magnesium coming straight in through your skin cells. So you want about 2 cups or 2 handfuls of Epsom salt, soak at least 20 minutes in the bath, and carve that time out. Not only will it help you sleep well, not only will it help clean out like anything, stress and all of that stuff, maybe energetically too, but you're getting your source of magnesium. So it's just going to naturally help your body calm. We can also ingest magnesium. However, that is the synthetic form of it. So if we can do it naturally, then fantastic. The other source of magnesium is in chocolate. Now, I'm not saying have chocolate. Chocolate, when we have a chocolate craving, it can be a sign of low magnesium. So what I recommend is cacao. Cacao is real, it's chocolate in its natural form before anything has happened to it. So it's a superfood. It's the source of magnesium. It's alkalizing, and like we've researched here, it's 20 times more antioxidants than blueberries. So if you can find, and we'll find this in a health food store, or I actually know some cacao stores, some specialty stores just with cacao that comes from like Mexico or South America, which is where it comes from. They have just pure cacao selling it like that. And if you can find that, you can put a tablespoon of that into a smoothie. You're going to get the flavor of chocolate, and you will have that. You'll have also a source of magnesium, a natural source of magnesium that is in your body. So something else is when it comes to chocolate, what you may know or you may not know, when it says dark chocolate, 70%, 85%, 99%, then it says milk chocolate, 50% or 60% or something like that. The percentage. So if I'm going to take like a 65% dark chocolate, for example, Lynx likes to do that. Say 65% is dark chocolate. 65% of the bar is chocolate. 35% is sugar. That's what that means. So in North America, we've known milk chocolate. Like, we're the only place that has milk chocolate. Go to France, they don't have milk chocolate. Well, they might have a little bit now to appease tourists, but it's mostly dark chocolate, because that's where the beauty of cacao is, the beauty of the flavor of it. And this is why I want to train our palate. If we're not already liking the top end 99, 100% of chocolate, because it can be difficult on the palate, then it is weaning ourselves off of the sugar piece of it. So something to consider. And then again, you can refer to this article as an example for more information on adrenal fatigue. Okay. That's it.